It's so I love my friends, I do, and then like, I love their kids and stuff. But we don't have to be at a bar right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. It's like we could just go hang out at
Yeah,
a house,
we
man.
could have done. It's like it's always funny how like they say like like this could have been an email. Like we could have just text back and forth to check in with. Like I don't like drinking in front of your kids.
Yeah, and
I don't want them to know I'm an alcoholic.
I don't like it. Like, but I also still like drinking more than I don't like it, so I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah, they're not my kids.
Yeah, exactly. If I start getting too drunk, it's on you to get your kids out of here.
Yeah, dude.
He not only rambled, but he rumbled and stumbled.
Cool, man. Thanks for coming out to Pat at the Hill, the podcast. You're kind of a new, like, well, you're acting like you're a newer comic in this, but because you're coming back. So I'm stoked to have you back, dude. We need a lot of strong comics back in San Antonio.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean, like, there's so much I want to get into. Like, I want to find out because I think we crossed paths. I think you had already moved to Austin by the time I started. I started in 2017.
Yeah, that would have been the year that I moved to
So
Austin.
you moved to
like,
Austin.
or maybe I moved in like 2016, but it was right before I believe you came in.
Yeah. Okay. So I just knew of you through social media and stuff, and then I guess you stopped doing stand up for a bit. But okay. So before you moved to Austin, like how'd you get started in comedy? Like what was your first? What was it like when you
For
started?
sure. This is what I was nervous about too, because you're right. Like at the beginning, like coming back, I've been kind of going like, oh, I'm like new at this, and I feel like it helps people make me think I'm better at it than I am.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Like oh, they don't know that I've fucking been doing this, dude.
It's just like, oh shit, he's only been doing it for a month and he's got jokes.
Yeah. So it's like seems like that much more impressive. Like, oh man, he's really picking up fast.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. But yeah, no, I started in 2012 ish.
Okay.
And like, truth be told, dude, like, it was like, I guess like I just liked the idea of performing. I had previously been in a band and we sucked like really bad, but
What was the band name?
Space Camp.
Space Camp.
Terrible.
Did y'all gig a lot?
No, not often. Like, we literally got like 2 or 3 gigs in San Antonio. It was mostly just playing in a garage and like to our friends and shit like that.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
What do you
But
play?
I was just singing, dude.
Oh, you
I
were
had
singing.
zero talent.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But then, yeah, the other people that I was in the band with, like, they all started doing other things, like living life, got in relationships or went away to school or whatever.
Mm.
And then I was like, I don't have anything to do, and I still feel like I want to, like, get up on stage. And so I just, started doing stand-up at the LOL open mics and
Okay.
kind of stuck with it for a while after that.
The few gigs that you played, were you like trying to do funny stuff in between songs while everybody's tuning and stuff? You're like, so chickens, right? Chickens be crossing roads. Like you ever do anything like that?
No, dude, I was so nervous in between, like, because it feels like when you're singing, dude, like you're in a band, right?
Drummer though, I'm in
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, so you kind of have that barrier, and
I
then you
have
have the other people
barrier,
there.
and even between songs, like I would do this thing where I'm like looking busy, like I'm adjusting things, just because I'm so the silence or the not playing is just so awkward. I'm just like, oh, let me fix this, or let me work with the sticks and all that stuff, just so I don't have to look out to see
Totally.
everybody just like, come on, like next song, please.
Dude, 100%. That's why I was probably terrible as a singer too. Not just because I was bad at singing, but because I was doing nothing to make that vibe better.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would just be like, like, while they're doing shit, I'm just awkwardly like sipping water. Or,
Yeah, like shaking your hand,
Yeah.
shaking. What type of band is like? What type of singing style was it?
I guess, like, man, you always feel like a tool whenever you try to describe, like, your
Yeah, be
own-
pretentious, like-
yeah, exactly.
It's like Bach meets Tool.
Exactly.
Like-
There's absolutely no way you cannot sound like a douche whenever you describe your own music.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
I guess, like, I influenced by like like musically, I guess, kind of like grungy stuff like that. So it's
Okay.
a little bit more, like, it didn't matter that I wasn't as good at singing because I was kind of screaming a little bit more.
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of Pixies stuff or like Modest Mouse we liked a lot, and then so. Like Cage the Elephant too, that
Okay,
kind of,
yeah.
so that's kind of the sound I was kind of trying to emulate, I guess, as a vocalist a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I missed the mark pretty bad.
Yeah, was that like your only band? Like you only did one band, and then
Well, no, I've jammed with other people, I guess, too, but not really like not like gigging, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's more just kind of like jamming with people. But I've been in two, I suppose. There was that one, and then another comedian that I met. He plays guitar, and his girlfriend played drums, and then we kind of started jamming with them too.
Okay. Are they still comics now?
Yeah. Do you know Ian Robertson? He would have like started around the same time that I did, and then he moved to Virginia for a few years, and now he's back. He lives in New Braunfels though, but he's been coming back into the scene a little bit too.
Ian Robertson,
so
I
you'll
think,
probably see him around.
Yeah, I always like. I'm not surprised when people do like, yeah, I used to be in bands before. There's not, even though there's not that many people that were bands that turn into comedy and stuff, because like, yeah, there's that need, that stage need that we've always like, we were grasping for as a musician or in bands and stuff. You know, it's so fun to get on stage and have people react to something that you created from nothing.
Absolutely.
And then you're just like, okay, well, I can't be in a band anymore. How do I fucking do this stage thing? And then fucking start doing fucking stand up.
It's 100% it, dude. It's like it's just that you got the feel for it when you started in the band, and then stripped away, and then dude, it's like stand up was the only path that I had forward to kind of keep doing something like that. And I'd always loved stand up too. You know what I mean? You said you like Dangerfield a lot, right?
Dangerfield. Well, that's like the first comedy record like I ever heard. Like my parents had it. And so I remember the record. I remember them putting it on, and even though I didn't get the jokes, the cadence, and then the audience response always like drew me into it. Like how did they know to laugh at what he just said? Like he'd stop talking and they laugh, but it was just like that cadence that he had, which was so like mesmerizing. And then later on in life, when you understand like the jokes a little bit, you're like, oh damn, that's funny.
Yeah, man, and he has such a good like rhythm.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I've always liked comics that are like that. Like that get you kind of hooked onto their pattern of things, and then it's almost like, even if the joke isn't the top-notch joke, you're still going to end up laughing on it.
Just with the delivery.
Yeah, exactly, man.
For sure, I think drummer and understanding like beats and patterns and stuff kind of really helped me out with my cadence as far as like delivery and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's like it's just like it's equations with music. You understand, how things move and rhythm and stuff. So I think from going from musician to stand-up is kind of easier, because you understand the patterns and all that stuff. So your first time was at LOL? That was like your first mic?
Yeah.
2017?
No,
2012.
2012 would have been the first time that I ever did it. And like honestly, I just didn't know any other open mics. I was like the only one in town really. There was that one, there was River Center at that time, and then there was I think it was called the Park, was like a little bar, and they had that open mic going too.
Yeah.
And those were like the only three places that I could get up for like a year. I feel like pretty much, you know what I mean. So I was hitting LOL every time, and back then they didn't have like the bucket thing. It would just be like 40 comics, and they would do like all of them. And the sign up was like at 5, which it was kind of nice for me, because at that point I was like, I was a loser, dude. I was like unemployed. I just had fucking time to be there at 5 p.m. to just like wait to go sign
5
up.
p.m. for a 7:30 show?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, dude. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, like right when I started 2017, they were like on the end of that like 60 spot list.
Yeah.
60 people could go up.
Jesus, man. How long is that show? That's
till
like
till
a 4-hour show.
Yeah, till 1 o'clock and stuff. And then they started doing the card pool where you had to have like the card, like who has a 9? Okay, 9 sign up. And then they cut that down to 25, and now they do like the bucket. But yeah, I mean, and they're only doing like, what is it, like 20 spots? Like we're only doing a 90-minute show. We're not going to be here all night type of thing, which is the perfect 90 minutes is a perfect time, because at the end of like a 60 spot open mic, like there was maybe like 4 people.
Dude, who stays that whole time?
Who stays that whole time?
That's impossible. So, like, and because that's also, it's an open mic, so the quality of comedians already like gotta vary. But then you have everybody doing new material too. How many times do you think people are like, so what else? How many times do you think that's said in that?
Yeah. What else is going on?
Yeah.
What else was I thinking about? What else, all that stuff. So I could like, and so they had LOL, River Center, and one of the mic, because like just now, comics have the opportunity to go up at least once a night.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like that before. You know,
Yeah,
like
no, the scene's exploded. It seems like.
yeah, since then, I mean, like there's an opportunity to get up every night. You know, I mean, you got to drive across town or maybe go to like New Braunfels or Austin or whatever. But still, you could get up every night if you want to. Before you couldn't. You're like, well, I got Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'd just be like looking forward to it. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, like if you're like the last on a 40-person mic, you're like, well, that didn't help at all. I got to wait till next week to even know if this material's
Yeah,
good still,
dude.
dude.
I would, man. My first couple of years, I would be so angry because I was already old. I was 35 when I started, and like waiting 2 hours to do 3 minutes in front of like a nothing crowd, and then that you think, oh, they're waiting the whole night. They must love comedy. They can't wait to hear what I'm gonna say. And then I get on stage and they start talking amongst themselves. I was like, shut the fuck up! Like, why are you here? I waited 2 years, or 2 years, 2 hours, which feels like years, but 2 hours for this. Please,
I think that's a
shut up.
justified anger, though. Dude. Like to show up to a club mic and talk in the audience.
Yeah.
Like, did you just want to come piss off all the comedians?
And it
Like,
was,
why would you do that?
and I just didn't understand like the attention span and like the average attention span and stuff. But like you take it so personal,
Yeah.
Because like, oh, you wait till I'm on stage to do this. Go fuck yourself. You know, like dude. There were so many times where I would yell at people, and I was like, I gotta change this, man. It's not their fault. It's not all their fault.
It's not always. I think at a club, you get a little more leeway as a comedian to get upset with people. Like
Yeah.
if you're at like a bar mic or
Yeah.
something like that, and people aren't tuning in, I get mad at comedians for being like
Yeah,
that
true.
because it's like they didn't. You just ambushed them with comedy. They didn't know it was gonna be happening, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden. We're like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
You know what
respect my time. Like, no, man, you respect my time, dude.
Exactly, dude.
This is happy hour, dude. I don't want to listen to any of this.
I mean? Fucking bar shows, man. Yeah.
Okay, so you started 2012. When then you decided to move to Austin, 2017?
Yeah, at that time it was mostly about I was dating a girl at the time. It's usually how it goes, I guess, right? And then so I moved up there to live with her, and then like also the scene in Austin was really good too. So I was kind of planning on doing comedy up there, and then I just kind of fizzled out,
Yeah.
like relationship, work, all that stuff. Just got kind of burnt out, I suppose, for a little bit. And then also, like, when you're happy, I feel like it's not great for comedy.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. When you're not chasing that validation anymore, that you get it at home or whatever.
Exactly.
You're just like, oh, maybe I don't need the attention of strangers when somebody actually loves me.
Yeah, I
type of
guess
thing.
maybe that's how I felt for a little bit. And then
Yeah.
At some point when I was in that relationship, I still, I started to try to go back to Mike's, but, in retrospect, that was definitely, when the relationship was ending. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So, so before you moved to Austin, what was the scene like then? What was anybody that you still remember?
In San Antonio or Austin?
No, from San Antonio. Before you moved to Austin, what was the San Antonio scene looking like?
So at that point, the Tiger,
How old were you when you started?
I was 22.
Oh man, so you were fucking
Yeah, I was young, and all my jokes were had no. you haven't lived a life at 22, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there's a little bit of that. I'm always I don't know, jealous or envious, but there's I give people a pass, especially when they're in their 20s and they're figuring it out. I'm like, man, I wish I could have done that in my 20s, you know?
That's fair.
Because there's no sense of urgency. You're just there to have fun. You're there to grow your social group, and stuff. When I started, I was already I was touring with bands. I've done all that. I lived in Seattle. I've moved back and forth a couple
You're
times.
over the networking part of things probably too at that
kind of
point.
over the networking thing, and also I just felt like when I started going to open mics at 35, I just felt like I was going to open mics at 60. I just felt so much older than everybody, all the groups and stuff.
I totally get
they're
that.
all grouped up and they're all and they're talking about the world's our oyster or whatever the fuck, and I'm just nah, man, it's almost over.
It's very different tones.
We didn't have the same vibe. They're all bright eyed and the future is hopeful, and I'm just there's nothing out there for you. So I couldn't blend in with anybody at that time. So man, started at 22. I mean, I was doing bands at 22. I was I had moved to Austin. I think I was about 24, 25, and then I moved to Seattle, 26. So yeah, but that's the time like where you go and like try to make it happen or find yourself, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
So starting comedy.
so hopeful, like you said at that
Yeah,
point,
so
dude.
starting comedy at 22, that sounds like, oh, I'm so hopeful. Like
Yeah.
this dream is gonna come true.
Oh, for sure, dude. Like I thought I was gonna immediately become like like all the things that you think when you're a 20-year-old and you're like, oh, dude, like I'm about to break it. Like, and everybody in my life
Yeah,
is gonna be like, fuck, he's super good at this. That's
yeah.
crazy. And then yeah, no.
Any day now, they'll be knocking on my door like, "Can you do my HBO, please?"
Did you do good your first time?
Did I do good? By yes, the first time I did an open mic, I did good. Well, it was a poetry open mic, and I was the only comic at that poetry open mic. It was at Martini Ranch on West Avenue, and
I don't know this one.
it was I don't think they do it anymore. Jay Alejandro, he was the poet guy that ran it. Had a poetry mic called Poetry with Attitude. And they advertise it as like open to anybody, spoken word, poetry,
did you like
comedy.
tell them that you're gonna do comedy, or were they expecting poems?
Well, no, because like you write like your name and then comedy, poetry, whatever the fuck. So they knew that I was gonna do jokes and stuff. Well, the host knew. I don't think anybody in the crowd knew, whatever. Uh, but yeah, it was going good. I was like, because I built it up so much, that my first time wasn't my first time signing up, but my first time sticking around, because I would go to open mics and like sign up and then like wait a little bit longer and then like go and scratch my name off and just take off.
Gotcha.
So the first,
like, was that nerves or just
nerves,
Yeah.
or like again, I was going out by myself, so I didn't have any like support system
Gotcha.
or whatever. And I would see other comics and like they're doing good. I was like, fuck, my jokes aren't ready. I'm not ready so I would like go scratch my name off, or sometimes I would just leave. So the first time going up was good, and then I went to another mic the next night, and it was just with nothing but comics. It was no crowd, no strangers, no whatever, all just comics and crickets the whole
Yeah.
5 minutes. And I was like, I'm never doing this again, and I quit for like 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I totally get it. It's so funny, man, that you would go and like scratch your name. Like I think that for like making yourself do it the first time is like the hardest one, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember for me, I like told somebody that I did comedy before I had even done the mic to like now I'm like it like put pressure. I was like, now I have to go do it, or I'm
Yeah, speak it into existence type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and then it got into my head pretty early that LOL was an audition mic. So you don't go to LOL unless like you're ready for the management to see you. So it was a couple years until I went to LOL. So everything was just bar mics. Jokesters 22 had opened up, I think, shortly after I started, so I was there a lot. But yeah, just a lot of bar mics and just like trying to make it work, whatever. And then, so when I came back after my 3-month break, I started doing mics like at least once a week, just thinking like that was good enough or whatever. And then,
Well, at one point, I like so like yeah, in San Antonio, kind of going back to the like when I had left, that was really like you couldn't get on much more than like 3 times a week. I feel like
yeah, 3 times a week exactly. Like that was a time that we had like at least a couple of spots to go up. I mean, again, a lot of variety mics, a lot of like bands, guitar, singer songwriter, poets, comics. Those were like the lot that I would go to, like the variety mics. It wasn't that many like just a straight up stand up comedy night, whatever. But yeah, like I did. Kill Tony was still out of L.A. and they were at Laugh Out Loud. I got pulled up and it was like a full room, like full packed out big room stuff, and I did okay on that one. That was like my 25th time on stage, and I did okay. But just like getting the crowd reaction of a full room, and I was like, oh man! And that's when I became addicted to it, and I started going up as much as I could, like every night. Yeah, just ebbs and flows, and all that stuff.
I feel like you probably get better at it starting at 35 though. Like you probably are like more like whenever I started at 22, dude. Like I was excited to do stuff, but I don't feel like I had like the self-awareness to like be critical enough to like really like improve quickly.
And that's the thing about when starting younger. I think like it's like so free, less pressure.
Yeah.
Less pressure because like again, there's no sense of urgency. You don't have to get good when they find out like, oh, you're 35, you're 40, like you should be kind of a little bit better at this at that age. You know, you would think. I don't know. That's just how I looked. I always put that pressure on, like that age made a difference about like your delivery or what you're bringing to this. That same pressure is not on people in their 20s.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, he's just being goofy. He's just having a good old time. You know, he's avant-garde up there. You know, like, which is fine and cool and stuff. But like to me, it's just like I gotta justify, and this is just self-imposed. Like I gotta justify why I'm spending my time doing this stuff if I'm not gonna take it seriously.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
There's sometimes I feel a little jealous of the younger kids or the younger comics, whatever. But it's just it is cool to see the. I guess weird like when you see like a younger comic that's not maybe that good, but they do have something.
Yeah,
you're like,
you know
oh
they're gonna
man, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
You know,
as long as they stay with it.
As long as they stay with it, and like, yeah. And so there's a little adjustment because like you can't see like nobody's gonna see a 40-year-old comic and go like,
he's got
wait till he figures it out.
You're absolutely right on
like,
that.
oh, by the time this guy figures it out, he'll probably be on his deathbed.
If you don't have it at that point, they're just like, what are you doing? Really?
Yeah, dude. A little bit of that. You know, like, oh, you don't stop, dude. Just stop.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a little back and forth with the whatever. So you were in Austin with plans to keep it going, but the relationship and stuff. And again, we don't have to talk about like well,
no, it's okay. I don't mind talking about it. Dude, it's just like it's just a breakup like any other one. You know what I mean? You know. Like,
yeah, but like just like how do you were out of it for like 7 years?
Yeah, just about, man. So like with a couple mics in there, but not enough to say that I like even really got back into it. But from like 2018-ish about until this year or so, yeah, however many years that is.
Yeah. And so like you're pretty new back, right? Like a couple months, like 5 months or so?
Yeah, man. All I think I didn't mark the day that I started it, but I think like late January or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So like a couple months back in, dude.
So what was the thing that says, yeah, we got to go back. Time to go back.
Dude, now it's like I kind of before we started the podcast said I was like working from home now, so it's like I have so much, like I just felt like such a loser if I'm not doing anything creatively because it's like, dude, I feel like so many people that are especially like other comedians talk about like how they would love to have that kind of freedom to like be able to have more time to write and then like you have your evenings free. I also like I don't have kids. I'm not in a relationship. So, like, I have my nights to go do comedy, So
Yeah.
I'm a big enough loser I could go do comedy.
Did you ever think about starting a band again?
No, because my voice has gotten worse, man. I've smoked too much. I didn't try to keep up with it. And I never really picked up an instrument well enough to be like, hey, I'm the guy who's going to form a band. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I was hanging out with a buddy of mine that I used to be in a band with on Friday, and we were just drinking and watching like music, concert footage. Like, man, we should really jam out again. Like, yeah, let's fucking do it. I was like, well, how does Monday work for you? Monday's not good. Tuesday, Tuesdays I'm usually busy with that. Wednesdays, Wednesdays I got to do. I was like, yeah, well, that was a good planning of putting the band. It's so fucking hard. It's so like that's why comedy is good because like you do it on your own or you don't.
Yeah.
Like. Even with podcasting, like I've had like so many podcasts. Like this is like my 12th time like doing a podcast or whatever. And I used to have podcasts. Like I like working in groups. I like being in the band. I like the band aspect. It's the scheduling that just fucks it all up.
Totally. Yeah, because I love the camaraderie and stuff. But I will say this too, man. Like I think the energy, like as we get older, like the energy of like the type of music I like, it's like the rebellious youth spirit.
Yeah.
And like comedy is like it almost works better when you're like life's kind of beating me down a little bit. You know what I mean? And so it's like if I tried to bring that energy to music, I don't think it would be fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like still like talking about that girl that dumped you in high school.
Yeah, exactly. It gets way less cool when you're in your 30s.
Yeah. No, that's funny, dude. But I want to kind of like it's the whole band thing. It's probably like just doing something as a group, but also at the same time, it's like relying on people, and then like they're not trying hard enough to like match your schedules. And then I started taking it personal. I was like, why do you fucking hate me, dude? Why do you hate me so much, dude? I got all this new talent or whatever to offer you. Why don't you want this?
respect me?
Yeah. Why don't you want me? But so okay, so you came back. Were you seeing a lot of like clips on social media before you came back, and you're like, man, I gotta get back out there. I gotta like, or
Yeah,
the
for
world
sure.
needs me.
Yeah,
Look at all this bullshit that's going on, dude. Look at all this bullshit. You think that's funny? I got funny. Let me come out of retirement for y'all bitches.
Dude, yeah, dude, like Michael Jordan stepping back for the second three-peat,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
But no, dude, like definitely not that self-important.
Yeah.
For sure. It's just yeah, for sure. It's on it. I feel like it's gotten stand-up so big right now. Like it's hard to get on social media and not see clips of people just doing whatever. It's usually crowd work, which isn't like my favorite thing, but like I
Yeah.
get why you do it. Like,
Yeah.
'cause you don't want to burn your material or whatever. But like, yeah, dude, seeing enough of those. Also, it just kind of gets you fired up. And then there's also a little that competitiveness in you though, where you're like, oh, dude, like I could do at least that good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so then it gets you excited to go back out again,
That kind of competitiveness, it doesn't go away. Like I don't want to say like it's jealousy or like
It's probably jealousy for me.
okay, yeah. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to be jealous of something that like that just they could do it too.
Yeah.
They could do it too.
Yeah. They're not taking from
They're not
me.
taking it from me.
Yes.
They're not, and I'm not taking it from anybody else. So it's always weird. Like, I get the jealousy and all, but I got to talk myself down. Like, they didn't do it to you
Yeah.
on purpose.
It is so funny, dude. Like when you're watching somebody kill and you're just like kind of hating them at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I have to check myself on that feeling too.
I mean, it's so easy to get carried away with because like you're like, oh, you're doing that out of spite, and like, oh, they don't even know who I am. they don't care how I feel about this. And, yeah, but okay, so don't like doing crowd work too much. I mean, I don't really do
Well,
crowd
I
work.
don't mind doing crowd work. I just don't
Oh, like the
necessarily like
clips.
that. That's like all that you see on social media now.
Yeah.
But again, I get why. Like, because I wouldn't want to just post like all my jokes and then be like, now I can't do those jokes anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I post my jokes because like nobody knows who I am anyway. Like I try,
Yeah, that's
I like
fair,
give it
Joe.
away
Yeah.
to like to bring them in, and I think it's weird. Like it's not like the same with music, but I think at the same time, people kind of like hearing the joke that they saw
That
online.
they're familiar with. Yeah.
You know, like oh, that's my favorite jam.
But you
like,
also
oh.
have more material than I do, so it's like I'm sure you're not
You think so?
burning
I mean,
like all your stuff whenever you do that.
You
know
don't
what
do
I mean?
any of the stuff that you had before the break. You got rid of all that stuff.
Most of it I have burnt because like it just doesn't feel like it. Just I don't know. And also, dude, like you feel like a loser if you come back after 8 years and you're like, I'm gonna tell the jokes that I was doing before. a
No,
little bit.
man.
You don't
no.
think so?
No, I mean I don't think so. I still tell the same jokes I started telling 8 years ago.
Like I think that's okay if you, because like you probably have like really refined
grow,
versions.
yeah,
You've grown, you've
you add
expanded,
to
like
it.
you've added and done, cut it down and done that like a million times, and you probably have like a really refined version of something that you started with like
Yeah.
8 years ago. But like if I don't know, man, like there's some jokes that I go like, okay, like if I was doing a certain amount of time, I would I would definitely do them because I would just have to. But coming back, I was like, also to prove to myself that I can still make things up. You know what I mean?
Dog, am I blowing up your spot by like, saying that like you're an old school guy? Like because like that whole thing, like you're like, oh yeah, I just started in January. Look,
Yeah.
look at all these jokes I got. Look at all these things. Like
Yeah, well, to be fair to myself, like all the stuff that you've heard is all new stuff. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
that makes me feel good that like those are working. But yeah, dude, like you're not blowing up my spot, but I do like whenever people are like, "Oh shit," because they think I'm that new for sure.
I get that. Also, my bad, dude. Like I don't want to.
Well, it's like the expectations are different. If they're like, you've been doing it that long, and then you bomb, they're like, "Oh man, you really suck." But if they think I'm only 2 months in and I bomb, then it's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, that's all right, dude." You know what I mean?
What's the difference in the scene or the groups or the people that you recognize from 2012
Sure.
to now? I guess.
Yeah, so there's some guys that I started with that like have like all dropped out too, but some are coming back. You remember Travis Reyes?
Yeah.
He still hang out with him or talk to him. He says he's about to start doing comedy again. So
Really, dude? Oh yeah, that guy's funny, man.
There's other guys that I started with. Kenny Van, he was really hilarious, but I think he's up in Seattle now. But then the guys that were like kind of running the scene when I started are still around too. Like Raul, George, and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
They were all like, working the clubs whenever I first started, and now they've all gotten like even better. They're still around in, the Austin and San Antonio scenes, and yeah, there's definitely some guys that like those are probably the ones that I think have blown up like the most since I first started.
Yeah.
Suarez too. He was around whenever I first started.
Like back then though, like it was like more like ball busty. Like,
Yes.
and that was more acceptable because I like me and Travis aren't close, but like we've had like a couple of shows. We've been on a couple of lineups together and stuff. And he would like I'd get on stage and goes like, "Oh man, that was tough, huh?"
Yeah, dude.
Like as soon as I walk off stage, when I got like some laughs, he goes like, "Oh man, better maybe next time you'll get him." I'm just like,
And
dog,
if
what?
you kill in front of Travis too, it's almost worse because he's like that joke. Really, like he's like it's like it gets in your head in that way. You're like, "Fuck, dude, I'm such a hack."
Yeah. But I mean, I've only heard stories about because like if you ball bust now, people go like, "Oh, he's a bully."
Yeah.
You
Back
know,
then,
like,
I was
gatekeeper.
it's- it's good and bad, you know what I mean? Because I do like how encouraging the scene is now. Like back then, the anxiety was more about like it wasn't doing the time. It was like the hang would give me anxiety because like those guys were so good at talking shit. Really,
Yeah.
like George is really good at talking shit.
Yeah.
Travis was really good at talking shit. And yeah, if they watched your set, like they're like the comics you don't want to hear laughter from when you're on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The back room laugh, like the
we're
comics
"Oh,
laughing from the
fuck
back room,
off,"
like,
but
"Oh,
not a good laugh, dude.
because that means you're bombing. That means
Yeah.
it's that bad. They're laughing at how bad
And
you're
you're
doing.
just like, and now I'm about to have to get off stage and hear about it too. Like, yeah. And that would give me anxiety. But, it was fun too. So I don't
It
know,
is.
man.
It is fun, and it's a bonding thing, and you kind of do it to each other to like see like, oh, like, are you cool?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for
you,
sure.
You get it? Are you in on the jokes and
Oh,
stuff?
man,
I mean,
remember.
I go back and forth like with should it be as encouraging or supportive as it is now? It's kind of like I'm not against it, but also like you still got to prove yourself. You still got to like want to like
Yeah.
improve. But if your friends keep telling you like, "Oh man, you're so funny,"
Yeah, like you
You're
don't
like
want to
the
be so encouraging that you're fake.
exactly,
Yeah.
or so encouraging that you're like, "Oh, I made it. I'm at the level that I'm at." Like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing whatever I'm doing. That you keep saying that it's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's what, you gotta have self-awareness too. Like,
Yeah, but your self awareness can be influenced by other people telling you how good you are.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could let it inflate your ego for sure.
And I don't know. I mean, I like to get the positive response from the audience and stuff. With other like comics, I'm just like, I'd rather you not watch me do what I'm doing, because sometimes I do hacky shit just for the sake of the audience.
For
laugh.
sure, dude. Well, like, what makes an audience like what you would think is hacky, the audience isn't going to have the same hack meter,
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, so I don't know, man. What's to really say what's hack? Really, I guess there are some things that are hack. But
Yeah. But I also like I take into consideration like, man, they paid money to be here. Let me just make sure that they get a laugh out of this silly shit, And I'm not like, there's nothing about me that's like deep thought, like let me change your way of thinking about the world. I don't have any of that.
Guy either,
And I mean, I've seen people that try to do that, and I was like, oh, that was a great speech. That was a nice little speech that you got. But I just like being silly. I like people laughing at the
Ultimately,
stupid
that's the
stuff.
goal, right? Like, dude,
Yeah.
it should be comedy first, and if you're able to do all that other stuff, that's cool too. But I'm not smart enough to have a message with my shit,
No,
dude.
man, I'm not smart enough, and I'm not passionate enough about like any like political stance and stuff.
No.
Like I just don't
Even if
have
I
it.
was, I would do a disservice to anything I was passionate about by trying to be that guy because I'm not articulate enough or smart
Yeah.
enough to deliver any kind of potent message through comedy for sure, dude.
No,
Especially
yeah.
if I'm sandwiching a potent idea with like dick jokes and fart jokes.
Yeah.
Like it's like that kind of just takes away everything that whatever point you were making,
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, you can't like take down like the government and also go like, well, farts are funny, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, dude.
You know what they're doing to the people out in the streets?
Yeah, it's a pretty.
Pull my
intense-
finger.
Like, what the fuck? This happened, dude. It's a pretty big shift in topic there.
Yeah, and I've been in rooms where like comics are like going off on those type of rants, and it's just I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even though I know what they're doing, what they are doing, whatever, I'm uncomfortable. I can only imagine how the audience feels, especially because like you're telling it to them. I was like, dude, lighten up, lighten up, lighten up. You know, like keep it like don't stress them out, dude.
Dude, yeah, just I've been. I mean, I don't want to go into it, I guess, too much. But one last night or Friday night, I saw where it was just a political rant where they're just like listing things without any kind of even clear point of view, really, and that was so uncomfortable to see, dude. Like, I just don't like. Yeah, I don't like if you're putting political messages over comedy. I think.
Yeah, especially one, I don't get it. I'm not invested in any of this. Like I know nothing about what's going on in the world, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and so I could sleep at night.
Yeah,
like if I had like just a little bit more like intelligence to like read the news and read what's going on, I would never fucking rest.
Yeah, you'd just be upset all the time.
Yeah, dude. I don't have any kids. If I had kids and I was watching the news, it would stress me out. You know? Nobody leaves the house.
Oh, for sure.
We all stay here, bunker down, all shit. Well, it's just me and the wife was like, we'll go when we go.
I think I would like probably care about like what food I'm eating and shit, like that it all has plastic in it. But since it's just me, I'm like, oh fuck,
exactly.
Whatever, dude, I don't care.
It's too late to fix it now. You know what I mean? Like I don't have nobody. Like the dog could eat whatever the fuck. If I had kids, I would go like, no, man, like no McDonald's, no any of this stuff.
That's just what a nightmare that would be to have to care about things.
Yeah, dude, I can't do that all the time. All the time,
no, dude. Right?
I can't do that.
It's stressful to care about. Like, two things.
I don't have kids, and I'm already exhausted.
Yeah, dude.
I'm exhausted by how much they're making me care about their bullshit.
Oh, dude.
And they don't even exist.
Just even watching parents fucking exhaust me, dude. Like when it's like a couple of my friends have like 3 kids now, and if you like are on the fluke occasion where they like meet you out at a place, they're like only half invested in a conversation at any point because they're like having to watch their children. And you're just like,
dude.
Why did you even come out, dude? Like, I was, you know what I mean? It just looks like a fucking nightmare, man.
It's so bad. I love my friends, I do, and then I love their kids and stuff. But we don't have to be at a bar.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we could just go hang out at the house, man.
We could have done. It's always funny how like they say like this could have been an email. You know, like we could have just text back and forth to check in with. Like I don't like drinking in front of your kids.
Yeah,
you know,
and
I don't want them to know I'm an alcoholic.
I don't like it. Like, but I also still like drinking more than I don't like it, so I'm still gonna do it.
yeah, they're not my fucking kids.
Yeah, exactly. If I start getting too drunk, it's on you to get your kids out of here.
Yeah, dude. That is fun. Like the whole like not having kids and having to deal with like other people's kids like situation. Like, dude, have you ever had to do comedy in front of kids?
Oh yeah, dude. I remember one, and I didn't know I was gonna have to, and I don't have. Like I have maybe like 5 minutes of clean things that I could say, and even then they're still kind of gross.
Yeah,
you know
like
I mean?
I'm not a dirty comic. I don't cuss that much, but like still, there's nothing I want to say in front of the kids. Dude.
No, yeah, they're not. I wouldn't it be weird if you were writing for children? That would be fucking crazy, dude. Like, what are you planning on playing elementary schools? That's insane.
Oh, the 12-year-olds are gonna love this shit.
Yeah, dude, that would
like,
be like the biggest creep in the fucking scene. You're like,
yeah, dude, it always makes me uncomfortable. And again, I'm not used to it. I can't adjust to it. And like when it's like a surprise.
Yeah.
You know, like when I didn't know that they were going to be there and I'm supposed to adapt.
No.
And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to say. And the parents are like, it's fine. They hear it all the time. They're like, well, that's what you.
It's not going to be fine, dude. I promise you, it's not going to. I promise you, don't talk about dildos in front of your child or whatever.
Yeah, dude. Some of those, like, what's one of the worst gigs where you had to perform in front of kids?
It was at a brewery, and like. It was a brewery that had a playground and stuff, and it's kind of like a barn situation where like the garage doors are open and kids are like actively running from the playground inside to their parents like outside, and obviously high ceilings, fucking bright as day in there, dude. Like not dark at all, and like there's probably like fucking like 12 kids that were all under the age of like 12 for sure. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
dude had to do 15 minutes and like tried to do crowd work as much as I could because I knew my shit was pretty filthy for the room. I was like, why did they even ask me to do this? This is crazy. And I just fucking bombed, dude.
Yeah,
like, it was
dude.
so uncomfortable. Yeah. And then the guy after me went on and killed, so that made me feel even shittier.
Oh, yeah. Because you think like, oh, nobody could do this. This is an impossible show.
Dude.
We're all going to fail. And then you see somebody do it, man. I had to do a dog park. A dog park ice
fucking
house.
dog park?
Well, it's an ice house that it is a dog park. I forget what it's called. It's not in the medical area. Something dog. Something.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Okay, that is insane to even think. Like that's like all outdoors.
It's all
right?
outdoors.
Yeah.
Right? Great place. It's a great place. I go. It's not good for comedy. Literally, the stage right next to the playground.
Yeah.
The playground's on this side.
Dude, I know this side.
I would rather like.
Don't they have like volleyball courts there at that one or something like that? Maybe.
Yeah, but further away, on the other side. I mean, because it's a pretty big piece of land and stuff. But like, put the dog park here. Put the playground over there. Like, if this is where the comedy show is.
Yeah.
And it was so bad. Kids running back and forth, dogs barking at me.
Not every cool place needs a comedy show, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, dude?
Yeah, just because there's space doesn't mean that we need a comedy show. And it was like we were coming back from COVID or whatever, so outdoor shows, like, you had to do them.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell a lot of my coworkers that I did comedy when I first started, because it was kind of embarrassing being like an open micer or whatever. It's like trying to sell watercolor pictures or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
no,
It's like, look at my art. This is nice. Like, put it on your fridge.
I still never really show, like, if they find out, they find out, but I'd never talk about it at work.
And so that show, I just so happened to have some coworkers there. My in-laws were in there. And it's so bad when, like, out of all the shows you could have gone to, like, I performed in theaters, I performed in packed out clubs. Yeah. You're gonna come to the dog park show?
Yeah, dude, that sucks.
And like, my coworkers, like, they're like, I don't get it. This is what you do with your life.
You want to be like on stage. You're like, I swear I am good at this. I can do that. I've done this other rooms. It's good.
Yeah, I swear it's not that bad and stuff. But, and it was. I mean, I had to do a half hour too, and it was like,
that's a long time for that venue, dude.
It was a long time. And I just wound up like just talking about the kids and like making the parents feel uncomfortable for you bringing them here. You know, like, legally I'm not allowed to be around kids, but you brought them and blah 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 all this stuff. But yeah, dude, and it's so funny because like I still think about that all the time, about like, not a proud moment, but like, I survived.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There's some of those gigs where
just getting through that time is impressive.
Yeah. Doing a half hour at a dog park.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, not happy that I did that show, but I'm glad that I survived.
Yeah, that you know you can handle it.
It's those little wins that go like, all right, we're good here, dude.
And then it makes the next show you do, wherever it is, I'm sure, feel fantastic.
Sometimes it's just a long run of dog park shows. You know, just like, when is it gonna get better? When am I gonna get inside? You know, like, I'm an indoor comedian. What's one of your best gigs that you've ever done, even back then?
Man, I don't know. There's been some fun ones. Like opening for Larry in the Valley was really fun a few times. Where I forget the name of the room down there. It's like a kind of a theater looking thing, but it's
the Sino Ray.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
And that was like, those were really fun to do, and I did surprisingly well down there, even though like I'm like the whitest human on earth. So like, I don't know, those were always really fun. Yeah, you know, and then any time I was doing showcases on the clubs, man, those were always just really fun too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Cool, man. What are you having, like, any like short term goals or anything? Or are you just trying to get back in the groove of it?
Oh man, I just want to be one of the faces, dude, on the on the shows. You know what I mean? Want to just get get on as many things as I can, dude. So like that's the objective right now. Just saying yes to everything and doing as much time as I can. Really, I'm having a lot of fun with it. You know.
Was it easy coming back?
Easier now, yeah, for sure. It's weird, man. Like, cause like I know what I'm like focused on about it more, but I also care like less, kind of, and it's making me feel like less. Like things don't seem as like intimidating, I guess, is when you know, when you're like 22 and everybody's also older than you too. It was a little scarier, you know what I mean? But, yeah.
I would think it would be fun. I think I heard some stories with Travis talking about like being like the youngest among all the adults and stuff. And
Travis also has like no fear though, man. Like he would like intimidate like anybody because he was such a good ball buster. You know?
Okay,
what I mean? Yeah.
That's a good skill to have too. So like you own the room. You know, you take up the space just like everybody else is. You know, when they're trying to like push you out and stuff. Like, nah, I'm standing my ground.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Like, what else do you do besides comedy? Like, do you do skits or do you write anything? Like,
I have before, man, but I feel like I'm much better at stand up than like writing sketches and stuff like that. And I'm
Yeah.
also like anytime that I've like tried to like act in any sketch, I'm terrible at that. I
Yeah.
can't do that. I talk like I'm delivering stand up jokes still, which is not how a human talks. So
no, it is. What do you do when you're not doing stand up? Like, what kind of music or movies and stuff?
Geez, man, that's all kind of like nerdy stuff for sure, man. Lately, I've been like, anything Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and then I've been watching like the Night of the Seven Kingdoms or whatever, like whatever it's called, the Game of Thrones.
The Game of Thrones, yeah. That is some nerdy shit.
Yeah, dude. I told you I'm as white as I look, dude.
You did, oh, what's up, man? You ever do that D&D? You play that?
Oh yeah, dude, I have done that, and I'm not creative enough to be like the dungeon master, but
Okay.
I can be nerdy enough and loose enough to be like into a character, like make a goofy voice or whatever, talk like Jason Statham or something like that. Dude, I'm terrible at them, but I get into it and I have fun with it, man. There's another comedian, the Ian Robertson I was telling you about. Yeah, I play with him, and then we have a friend that does the dungeon master thing, and yeah. Just as nerdy as you
That
think,
is
dude.
really nerdy. I'm trying to think, like, what's the nerdy
Go to
stuff?
like
Do
Ren
you-
fairs and stuff like that.
you-
Yeah,
Do you dress up?
Yeah, I have.
You know what? Somebody told me that they had, they have like a old timey like MMA type of thing.
Yeah,
That they had this past week at Boeing, that Boeing Tech
I
Center.
didn't go to it, but it's like MMA, but it's like they're knights in armor just beating the shit out of
Yeah.
each other with like blunted weapons.
Yeah, I think that sounds amazing.
It's awesome. It's
Oh,
badass.
you've seen that?
They do it at the Ren Fair too, where it's like they have like fake shows, but then there's also like that at one point during the day where they have like 5 guys, and you're like, what is who would do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't be getting paid fucking like you're risking, you know what I mean? Just getting nailed with swords and stuff, and it's awesome, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn in. You totally get how like people back then are like fucking kill. You know what I mean? You turn into one of those guys.
Kill him. Yeah, dude. Like they were talking about that they want to go check it out, and I was like, I think that's kind of like would be a good introduction to like, because that's kind of nerdy. The
Yeah,
Ren
yeah.
Fair is kind of nerdy and stuff, but you add MMA to it, and like, oh, it's a death match.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You get into it, and then you get a couple drinks, and you, like I said, before you know it, dude, you're like one of the dudes at the Coliseum just fucking screaming for death, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Man, well, that's cool, dude. I don't know if they have anything else coming up, but cool, man. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing this, dude.
course, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm stoked. You're gonna be on the next Hot Damn on April 8th at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club.
Definitely looking forward to it.
And yeah, man, I'm glad you're back, dude. I thought, not to talk shit about the comedy scene. I love the people doing it, but like you're a strong comic, and we don't really have that. Like most of our strong comics, when they get strong in San Antonio, like okay, time to go to Austin and stuff. But we're trying to grow something here.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're part of it. I'm glad
Oh,
you're
well,
back
thank you,
at
man.
it.
That's
and
really,
stuff.
really, really nice to say, and it's super appreciated, dude.
Nah, man, hell yeah, dude. But yeah, man, thanks for hanging out. How can people find you? Social media? Do you have? What do you do?
Yeah, Jeffy _Stone _TX, I believe is my Instagram. I don't know. This is not easy to follow, I'm sure.
Okay, you're very good at promoting
Yeah,
yourself.
I know.
It's like you are the artist of it. Like you find me if you find me. If you don't, you don't.
No, I wish I was so much better at promoting. Like I did. This is how bad I am at promoting. Though it didn't even occur to me that like even though I'm doing a podcast, of course you're gonna ask me that at some point. I didn't even like right now was the first time I realized I was like, oh shit, I should probably know my fucking Instagram handle.
Nah, keep it punk rock, dude. Like, be underground, dude. Like you're my little secret. I'll just know about you. But cool, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Of course, man. Thank you.
Peace.